Hello YouTube, bringing another Total War Arena battle with someone still learning. I wanted to wait a little until we could get a more interesting of an engagement, and so here it is. Finally, something more fun happened in this one. So just sending my force of 2 infantry and 1 cavalry units towards the enemy north, and our north of course. I thought I would maybe try to take one of these watchtowers and just support the cavalry units on the flank, since we have infantry, and I really like infantry in cavalry fights. It tends to turn them. We managed to meet one of our enemy players. We're getting bombarded, and we very much outnumber them, and the battle engages quite quickly here. So we're doing the smart thing. We're trying to surprise them from the rear, which works quite nicely. Trying to send my infantry units soon. We're lagging behind a little bit, but even without this maneuver, which was good, this would have just overwhelmed the opponent. So they do have to flee. It was kind of a peculiar engagement. I'm not sure why he engaged. I guess he was feeling we were a lot fewer of us than they actually were. So, seeing down a lot of enemy units here, our allies have to retreat, and we're trying to support them from the flank. The cavalry is hungry for these skirmishers over here, so we do engage. They even managed to hit them with a surprise rear flank, so that's very good. Some of them rout, of course. They do hit pretty hard from the side, but our own units are in support. Some units keep flanking the others, and those units flank the others. Here are even more units from the flank, so this turns into a big battle pretty quickly. It's hard to see exactly what is going on, but I tried to send one of my units to engage them from the front and then pin them from the flank. But the blob is just so big, it's really difficult to to see what's going on. Meanwhile, our cavalry units is looking for targets over here. So Vermich is pretty much pinned, and we're flanking them slightly, so probably doing pretty well. Although these spears are never nice to engage from up front, so it's difficult to see what's going on. Enemy cavalry is finding some loose archers. Very difficult to defend that everybody's engaged. I try to hit them in the flank just to stop them, and thankfully we have our spearmen in support coming to help us, so that saves the archers. Still a big engagement here, as you can see by that battle line. We're somewhat enveloping them. Not to mention we have a lot of cavalry hitting back and forth. A pretty big battle over here between these hoplites and legionnaires. But here we've managed to do quite well, so the battle's going pretty well. We've managed to hit that cavalry unit and come in support to the outside of the city area. My cavalry is pulling back from the enemy cavalry because it's very much outnumbered. It's moving in, trying to hit those units from behind over here. We're routing and eliminating some units, so the battle is finally won. I guess our line of engagement sort of enveloped theirs, and we've managed to gain the upper hand. The spear unit is holding holding off against 3 Ascensi units, doing pretty well here. Area charge for the trouble. It's very nice when you can get that. I'm pulling one of my barbarian units back, seeing that we need more support over here, and the spearmen we're holding off quite nicely. Meanwhile, I've noticed we started capturing the enemy base with our cavalry. So we had a small advantage on the outer limits of the city, and just trying to see where the enemy is to try and reinforce them. Some hoplites are outflanked here, but the enemy is coming to help. So we're trying to get in behind them. He's dancing about, trying to hold off. Actually, one of the units even routes. So it's a one-on-one kind of engagement. I'm waiting with my units behind this block, just just to wait until the second unit is engaged. Because if they turn around, they can probably beat us face to face. So at this point I was pinging the ally to engage and fix this unit so I can hit them from behind. I'm not sure if the enemy can see me. Actually, let's see. No, so the enemy can't see us. So it will be quite a nice flank. And now, as the enemy is fixed, our own units are coming from behind. These barbarian berserkers with Arminius in front. So we charge them from the rear and the enemy routes. And we win a base capture victory. So this battle went pretty well. We've managed to turn our number advantage into other areas of the map and snowball from here. So I was pretty happy with how I played, although everybody played really well. I'm not sure quite why the opposition was so meek this time though, but that was a fun battle to have. So I hope you enjoyed it too and you were mildly entertained, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers.